Yo, what's going on, Folio Podcast? I am coming at you with another fight companion. Yes, I'm bringing them back maybe just this time, but we'll see. And today I have my guest, Frank Macero Jr. once again. What's going on, Frankie?
Good to be back.
Right now is Israel Adesanya, 6'4", 12-0, undefeated, badass kickboxer at 185. He's the minus 260 favorite versus... forget this kid's name. It's Vittori.
Marvin Vittori.
Marvin Vittori, some Italian kid. Good grappler versus a phenomenal striker. Adesanya had a little bit of trouble with his grappling last time, so we're going to see how that goes this fight, because this guy's definitely a grappler. So, fuck, I don't have the timer up.
Interesting style matchup here.
Yep.
Here we go.
Round one.
Start it up.
Yep, 4:55. Adesanya hates the comparison to John Jones. Let me know if you see it, Frankie. I don't know if you've seen him. He's had one fight in the UFC.
Just the build and kind of lankiness.
Well, definitely the build right away, right?
Yeah, the reach. And the look at the legs. Got long legs. Born in Nigeria, fighting out of New Zealand. It's interesting.
Look at him. Really, really good striking. Look at his head movement. He escapes very well. Blocks kick. Look at, you see that block kick? He's kind of seeing where this guy's striking is coming from almost.
Yeah. He's already changed his stance too a couple times. Comfortable.
Ooh, look at him slide out of there. Slide right out of the pocket. 4 minutes of the first round. I'll get the timer up right now. I don't know why it's not opening up.
Ooh, tried the trip there. Vittori tried the trip. It didn't work. He's trying to get the sweep there.
We never really try to figure out a pattern of what we should do, Frankie, as commentators. Like, one guy has to be the color and the other guy has to be the...
Is it analysis? I think you're easily the analysis.
Yeah. No, I think I'm the color. The color's who fills everything else in.
Is that it?
It's weird. I was very confused at first. So the color guy's kind of who paints the picture, and you kind of outline what's going on. You get me? You're kind of the outline guy giving facts, outside facts of stuff. And then I would come in and be like, well, Adesanya's the glory kickboxing guy, and he's going to come in and he's going to be blah, 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 this, and he's going to try to establish his distance, try to get the jab and establish the kicks down. That's what they call color. And I never really did it because, this is a fucking podcast. It's whatever goes. Damn, Adesanya caught a nice strike.
But you're right. We can establish some structure to make this flow a little better.
We could, or we could just keep going how we're going to keep going.
It is.
Because I'm going to get ripped and then probably forget and be like,
It's usually how it goes, too.
Yeah.
Well, this is another really good card for a free fight on Fox here.
Well, it's a big Fox card. I don't know if you recall, but the Fox cards were always... do you remember it was John Jones? Or not John Jones. It was... The first one was Brock Lesnar versus Velasquez.
Junior Dos Santos.
Where Junior Dos Santos knocked out Velasquez.
In seconds.
Yeah. And then we had Verdum versus Travis Brown, which is another one. I think Mighty Mouse defended his title on one of them.
He did. One of his 10... Was it 10 title defenses? 11 now, right?
I think he's going on 12. I think he has 11. Or he might have 12. He definitely has the record. Dude, Adesanya looks exactly like fucking John Jones. Not necessarily exactly in striking, but he's got very similar tendencies. I would say probably just a little bit cleaner.
The middleweight John Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clean style. He's been moving around a lot. Very good defensively so far. Oh, I got an eye poke.
Eye poke on Vittori. Sorry, my computer's doing weird shit over here. Hopefully it didn't mess with my broadcast. Nah, it doesn't look like it. So Vittori's poked in the eye. I don't know what I need an update on Snaz, which is the timer. And it's not updating. I'll just have the timer up next time for the next fight companion. It'll prepare. Damn, Adesanya did kind of eye poke him.
Yeah.
He kind of shoved off the face. This isn't a defense towards Adesanya and the eye poke, but that's a tendency in Muay Thai, and I would guess in boxing as well, because you have the glove covering your hand in a boxing fight, and when you're training just boxing, so you kind of you don't worry about closing your hand when you push off. You kind of just push off because your hand's naturally curved in it. 120 of the first round, whoever's watching or listening. So right now when he's pushing off, he has his fingers extended. And John Jones does a lot of eye pokes, and a lot of good strikers that are very more Muay Thai-esque in their style.
Gustafsson.
Yeah, they kind of establish their range by pawing out their arm, but darting the fingers into the eyes, too.
Ponzinibbio does it a lot.
Yeah, Ponzinibbio is more of a... Yeah, but I think he does the eye poke is more of a tactic, like I'm going to poke you in the eye. It's a little bit more of a... I'm gonna
the dark arts.
Yeah, that's exactly... He uses the dark arts in fighting. Because he does it way too much. And I wouldn't say he's a Muay Thai fighter. You get me? He's a boxer. Like he can box, but he shouldn't be poking people in the eye.
Ooh, spin kick. Didn't really do a lot though.
No, Adesanya's trying to land that big bomb, and I think he needs to establish his shit a little bit more right now. He knows he's the better boxer or the kickboxer, but it looks like he's trying to look for that one shot to get the knockout or land the heavy shot instead of setting it up with a jab and wobbling him and then taking him out. Because Vittori's not going to go out like a little bitch. Seems like he's taking some shots.
Yeah, it's a good little exchange to end the round there, but
yeah,
very close.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on. Just the eye poke was probably the most.
Here, I'm going to back out, Frankie, and I'm going to reset the app while it's on commercials.
What's wrong with it?
It was just streaming slowly. It was just streaming shitty. I wanted to establish connection again.
Yeah, right before this, though, Michelle Waterson won, and it was a really good fight. Karate hottie.
Yeah, you were loving the camera angles.
Excellent camera work, but it was a really good fight. She started off really slow.
Dude, the camera was right on her pooper the whole fight.
Courtney
on
Casey,
both of theirs.
Courtney Casey was using her size really, really well. She was using her striking really well. And then Waterson just kind of really used her movement well. Used her...
reverse position on her, to establish takedowns herself.
Yeah, her
she
versatility.
Took advantage of it, yeah. And she even said it herself. She's like, I needed to come with not an open, but a more versatile toolbox and use the tools needed in order to get the job done and not just go for one thing.
Yep, she got a couple takedowns, some really good defenses, got out of some tricky situations.
Round 2, 4:58 of the second round, Adesanya versus Vettori.
That was a good fight. This one has started off kind of slowly. We're in the second round now. Hopefully it's a little bit livelier.
Yeah. Adesanya got an eye poke. He's trying to land the bomb. He is landing single strikes, but he is catching some as well. He does have some good defense, though. But here we go. The takedown by Vettori. Is he going to get it?
Takedown attempt.
Mm-hmm. He seems to have stuffed it for the most part, and he seems to be avoiding the sweep attempts by Vettori. I think Vittori's got a lot of submissions. That's why he's trying to get him down.
Yeah, he's been trying to use that sweep a lot so far, and it hasn't worked at all. Again, a very John Jones-like of Adesanya's movement, just to kind of piggyback off you a little bit there.
No, well, everyone's been making that comparison. He's been hating it. Like he's like, I'm not John Jones.
Yeah, why would you want to be compared to him after all this? Could have been the greatest.
Yeah, he's got 8 submissions.
Oh, looks like he connected right there on the right cross, but then our streak got laggy there, so it doesn't look like it did a lot of damage.
You know what I need to do? I need to reset my router a lot more. How often do you reset your router?
Rarely.
I should be doing that more. Because I don't think anyone else is on the stream today. On my Sling stream. What do you use for your cable provider, Franks?
Xfinity.
Xfinity? You pay for that shit?
Well, it came with the internet that we have. We have the most basic of cable, like where it's just like the local shit.
We pay for good internet, but we don't have the channels, but we have Sling.
A Sling.
Yeah, a Sling.
I haven't pulled the trigger on Sling because I'm thinking about getting, what is it, the Fubo, which got a shit ton of soccer on there. And that's
okay, well, Sling just added a bunch of packages, even Spanish pack. Oh, shit. It just sped up a bunch and Vittori seemed to attack.
Sorry, guys. Can't give you an accurate take on the second round here because of technical difficulties.
Fucking Sling. Piece of shit. Let's see. But, there we go. It's back. 2:27 of the...
That was at least a minute of the fight.
Yeah, at least a minute of the fight that we missed, and now it's back to... It's also... Where were we? What was I saying? I don't even know where I was.
Talking about Sling adding...
Oh, yeah. Sling added a bunch of packages, even Spanish channels from around the world. That, like, a ton of channels. It even added DVR, so you can record up to 50 hours. Damn, badass elbow by... What, dude, he's calling for an eye poke when he got elbowed, Vittori.
It's good. You got to try to play it off somehow. Oh, barrage by Adesanya here.
They're starting to hurt Vittori a little bit more, it looks like it. But Sling has been adding a lot of packages. It added a DVR package for $5, and you get 50 hours of record time. I added Paramount, which used to be Spike, and they gave me like Mad TV or MTV, MTV2. But I only wanted it for Bellator because Bellator's on Spike, so I added it for $5 too. So I got Bellator for $5. There's a lot of awesome packages that give you premium channels for like $5, but that also come with other channels. You should look into Sling. I don't know about that Bufu thing you were talking about.
Fubo.
Oh, Fubo.
Fubo.
But you were telling me that that's like football, like orientated. So that might be more your speed.
I think, man, what I'm really realizing too that's pretty cool is MMA is blowing up in Europe pretty heavy too, man.
Yeah, dude. Look at these Russians are going to kill people.
And I think it's got some of that on there too. Like a lot of the like soccer, like places, like my information or my sources are where I would like read up and like keep up on stuff. A lot of it covers you like MMA too, surprisingly. So it's catching on, man.
Everyone loves fights, man, and they fight. Everyone can fight around the world, and they have the ability to train a martial art. And if it's applicable in the Olympics, they try to get to an Olympic level. But after that, like, they're still young and they want to establish themselves in what they've been doing their whole lives. So wrestlers are moving to MMA.
Yeah.
They're moving to Bellator, UFC, or smaller promotions, trying to get money, trying to get paid for this. Striking organizations that are established in the Olympics also are trying to make their way. Like Bas Rutten is, he's setting up this striking thing where...
The legend, Bas Rutten.
Yeah, it's like a weird karate thing. It's almost points, but it's not points, and there's certain rules, and there's certain strikes that aren't allowed, and there's no takedowns, and they're fighting like in a bowl. It's weird. It's a different kind of thing, but it's striking orientated. And it's kind of like a karate point system thing. But like karate, I don't know if karate's in the Olympics. I know Taekwondo is, and but
I think karate is. No, wait, I might be wrong.
But like Ronda, she didn't have anything to do after judo. So what did she do? She went to the UFC eventually.
Yep.
And now she's in WWE. Mm-hmm. She's super happy. She's established her past demons of losing. She's actually using it in a storyline. And her wrestling was really good. You guys should hit me up for Mania, but none of you guys want to watch it because you guys aren't WWE fans.
I mean, but even WrestleMania is usually pretty good, even if you're
It was 7 hours long.
That's the other thing. It's a commitment.
Yeah. You could have come later. Like, you could have showed up, but I wasn't recording for that.
No, I heard some good things and some bad things.
Yeah, there were some good matches and some bad matches. They ruined it by having Brock Roman at the end, but whatever. It's their show.
It's their show.
Look, he hit him with the elbow, and then he calls for the eye poke. Look, he's like, you poked me in the eye. No, you didn't.
Dude, it was the elbow to the side of the head.
Yeah, it was a nice elbow. Maybe your orbital fucking broke and poked you in the eye a little bit. But that was complete. The first one, yeah, it was an eye poke. That one wasn't.
All right, we're into the third round here now, and hopefully our fight here cooperates. Our stream.
Yeah, it seemed to establish itself a little bit more. It was just catching up with itself.
These guys are both looking a little bit more active. I think it's because they know.
The first round was kind of iffy. Like, Adesanya was trying to establish himself. I would give the second round to Adesanya, but it was still kind of close. Because Vettori's coming forward, and you got Adesanya getting out of a lot of strikes, but he's also absorbing some. And damn, this guy just... Ooh, that's not good. That's a takedown in the third round. That's putting him ahead in points for this third round.
He was defending it pretty well for a little bit there.
Yeah, it looked like he was almost going to pop up a little bit.
That counts as a takedown?
Yeah, that's a takedown. Definitely. Let's see what Adesanya's got in terms of getting up, because he was doing a good... he had some good takedown defense.
I'm noticing in the bottom right. Meanwhile, Tyron Woodley and Michael Bisping are giving the commentary for Fox. What a commentary that must be.
3:37 of the third round for whoever's keeping up with us. Probably nobody, but whatever. What was I gonna say? So I watched the Big Brown breakdown, and Big Brown one time made a stupid comment towards Eve Edwards and Tyron Woodley and Robin. What's her name? You know, the lady? I forget her name. The black lady. The black chick.
Yeah.
I don't know her name. The one that Rampage said he wanted a motorboat, you remember? You remember that?
Yeah.
That was awesome. It's hilarious. But Shab made a comment like, way to go, Fox. We get it. You're not racist. But he was kind of alluding to the fact that commentating team was horrible. One of the guys called him out on it. Eventually, he made it to the Joe Rogan thing and called him out on there too. And they're gonna try to fix things. And Shab's just like, oh well, it's just he's like, I just talk a lot. But I found that too, man. Sometimes you just say stuff and you're like, fuck, did I just say that? I try not to put my foot in my mouth. Or I try to clarify myself.
Or everybody was criticizing Joe Rogan's commentary of Khabib, right?
Yeah. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah.
What did you think of the commentary and of Khabib's striking?
Performance?
Yeah, his performance.
I mean, it was signature Khabib, He's dominant. He's just powerful. And then, I mean, maybe it's because I'm partial to Joe, and I read his explanation and I understand his explanation after the fact, right? It's not I guess he's trying to be as objective as he can, but I think he was really towing the being objective to being critical, or overly critical, or trying to poke holes in this guy.
Yeah. If you compare his striking to his wrestling, I guess you could make the comparison, but the thing is, his striking is effective to the point where it establishes his wrestling, and that's all he wants to do. And if you can't stop, if you can't stop him, then what the hell's? Why would he want to be the world's best kickboxer if he's already the world's best wrestler? And he's got the way to establish it. Some people are very good in a certain area, but they can't establish it because they can't get to it. So you have Damian Maia that he has a lot of good success on the ground. 1 minute left in the third round. But he has a very hard time getting it there. Not only setting up strikes to get the takedown, but getting the takedown itself, just shooting in and getting a takedown. He has a hard time with that. But once he gets you and clinches, it's kind of he kind of gets you there and it's over. Tyron Woodley stuffed 20 of them. Because Tyron Woodley's got good takedown defense. He's a wrestler.
Every single one in that fight. Every single one. And he took heat for it.
Yeah, he took heat for it. But Maia couldn't establish his jiu-jitsu because of it.
Yeah.
Adesanya isn't able to establish right now his striking too well because this guy's forward pressuring him and making him...
You play to your strengths.
Yeah, he's making him get away and he's making him backpedal. And I'm not saying he's losing. It's a close fight.
I see. I understand or I get what Joe was trying to do or what he says he was trying to do. Mm-hmm. But isn't Khabib undefeated?
Yeah, Khabib's undefeated.
Come on.
He just won the belt, and I get it. His striking isn't on par with the rest of the division, maybe, or with his wrestling, but he's putting together the strikes to get the takedown, and it's working 100%.
And if he is one-dimensional or whatever, he'll be exposed. Look at what happened to Ronda.
Yeah,
and it hasn't happened to Khabib.
Yeah, Al was able to stuff some of them and establish himself in the fight, and that's because Al's a badass fighter.
Right, but all the credit to him on short notice.
Yeah, but Khabib still dominated the fight and won the fight every single round. a ton of credit to Al. He did great, but short notice. He wasn't training for Khabib.
Not at all.
He was training for Paul Felder, a striker. So, not even 6 days notice. Day before, he's like, shit. Now I gotta face the world's best wrestler or in the light heavyweight division.
Mm-hmm. In his hat.
Yeah. Now, if you want to say he's the world's best lightweight, that's up to you. I would say he's the world's best lightweight in the wrestling. Yes, I'll give him that much. We gotta figure it out though. This 3-way dance they got going on.
Yeah, right.
Who do you want to see? You haven't been here in a while, Frankie. I got questions. Who do you think is the best light heavyweight right now? Between Conor McGregor, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and
you mean lightweight?
Yeah, and Tony Ferguson.
Man, I really didn't Dana say the matchup will never happen now?
They're making that matchup. There's only 3 at the top that really they're gonna destroy everyone, and they're gonna have to face each other.
Man, I really want to see Ferguson Khabib.
I
think that would be the better matchup, honestly, at this point. As much as I want to see Conor in any fight. I don't care who it is. Let's go.
Yeah,
Get him back in the fucking octagon. Let's go. And as much as I want to defend him at this point, it's been too long.
Wait, you don't want to see him throw dollies and cut people's eyes?
Dude, fuck
with
this
glass?
shit. I want to see him fight. All right. How long? Dude, the boxing fight was over like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's defend the belt.
You want word on that?
What?
You want word? There's new word on that.
What's the word?
So, you know how the last time they fucked me? So, here's how it went down.
That's right.
Here's the story. So, fight went down. I ordered it. We didn't get to see any of the fight.
We didn't get the stream.
So, I go that week of the fight to try to get my money back. Hold up. I'll finish the story right now. Here's the decision.
Adesanya. Chris Lee scores it 29-28 Vittori. And Chris Hayes scores the contest.
Split decision again.
28 for the winner by split decision.
Ooh.
Oh, this dude's just gonna storm off.
Look, it was gonna be controversial either way. I think. I could check the numbers. You want me to check the numbers?
It was tight, from what we could see. Again, we had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, definitely. Hats off to him, like his bobblehead all held up, like you said. But yeah, I don't know. He had better head movement than I anticipated. But yeah, a win's a win, but I'm not happy with it.
Well, 13 up, 13 down for you. As I mentioned, February, now April. What does the rest of 2018 look like for you?
I want to stay active, so Dana, I know you're around. I want to fight again ASAP.
I wonder if a knee would have been affected down the center when this guy was going for a lot of those takedowns and trying to pressure him down the middle.
I should have been great.
Is it laggy or was he cussing?
I don't know. If he was swearing, that's a great possibility.
No.
It's not lagging though. Someone could be yelling at him. But they would bleep it. It is on Big Fox.
It was
right
pretty
now.
decent takedown defense that we did see there. His lateral movement, he was pretty quick out there. It was the one takedown at the end there.
Oh shit, Dan Severn. Yeah, so I went to my bank and I asked for my money back because I didn't get to see the fight. So they credited me my money back. 2 months later, Microsoft charged me again for it, pretty much refuting the charge, saying that no, it was a bogus refutal, that they're not accepting my refutal, that I did see the fight apparently or something. They're just being jerks and taking my money. So I go back to my bank and I'm like, hey, yo, this happened. They're like, look, we already gave you a credit and they refuted it. You need to talk to them. So I talked to Microsoft and Microsoft is like, well, we don't deal with that. You need to talk to UFC Fight Pass TV. So I talked to UFC Fight Pass TV. They email me and they're like, you need to talk to Microsoft. So I talked to Microsoft and eventually I settle. I'm like, I need to talk to Microsoft because they're the ones that are on my bill. So eventually they tell me, like, you need to go talk to your bank because it's not in our records anymore. And I'm like, they're like, why did you wait so long? I'm like, you guys charged me 2 months after I refuted it. I'm like, I went to my bank. I'm like, I went to my bank and I refuted this shit, and you guys fucking charged me again. I'm like, it's bullshit. And pretty much I went back to my bank and I'm like, look, I talked to them and they're giving me the runaround. I'm like, I have case numbers that they've given me that I've called them a couple times and I've given them my information. This is what happened, and you know, I got an email like a week after I go to the bank and they're like, you know what? There's nothing we can do. There's going to be you can file a class act. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to file a lawsuit against the UFC. A week ago, I saw like a link to a page to where you can sign up to, because a court case was won against them.
Stop it.
Because of this, like a ton of people filed a case against them and they won in a court. So apparently you can go online and sign up to see if you're eligible for the...
If you're eligible for that shit?
Yeah, eligible for the refund. So I went up and I put the information to see what I'm eligible for. Pretty much we didn't see any of the fight. I put it was on Fight Pass. So hopefully it's going to give me the $100 back and I'm not out $100.
Yeah, that was bullshit. We didn't get to see a single second. Well, we saw the fight, but we couldn't... Not through the means that we paid for.
I think the only person I owe is Nero. So... And then I get the rest of my money back. I gave you your money back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let me know what happens, because I'll pay you back if they end up screwing us in the long haul.
Yeah. So it's a long war, and I signed up. You know, they asked me what was it through X. They didn't ask me for any of my personal information, so I'm guessing it's legit because they only asked me for my email and where did it happen through and my gamer tag. Nothing else, nothing like passwords or nothing. And then they're going to send me an email with like a confirmation number that I can put it in. And then the guy that put the link up said he got his money like within a day in his account. So hopefully I get my money back. But fuck them. I'm not buying another fucking non-Conor McGregor MMA.
I'm kind of on
fight.
that. Yeah, I'm kind of on that boat now. Where Tony, you know how they were saying Tony Ferguson and Khabib. People were asking him about McGregor. What? Who? Mm-hmm. What? Like, come on, man. Like, he's been out of the game too long.
Yeah.
I need to see him fight.
We need to move on. If he's not gonna fight, then why the fuck do we care?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I want to. Alpha just hype? Nah, these guys deserve it. I want to see Tony get that shot. His streak is ridiculous, right? What is it? 10, how many?
He's 10-0, 11-0.
Yeah, I was gonna say 10.
And it's bullshit because they dissolved his title, so no one has his title anymore. His interim title is no more because he got hurt. What they should do is make Khabib champion, strip Conor, and leave Tony as interim and have Tony face intern, or have Tony face Khabib. But
so then what is Khabib right now?
What they really want, Khabib's champion.
Champ, right? No interim tag? No.
Wait, do you want me to check I'll check the rankings to see what it officially is. This is just what I'm thinking it is. I don't know if they officially stripped Conor or not. So the UFC lightweight rankings are, Khabib Nurmagomedov is champion. Conor McGregor is number 1 and Tony Ferguson is number 2. Pretty much, they put Khabib up top slot and they moved Tony and Conor down a slot.
All right, and remind me here. Before Conor was the champion at featherweight too, right?
Conor was champion of featherweight and they stripped him, officially stripped him. They made an announcement, and then he won it. That's after he won it at 155, and then he hasn't fought in over 500 days. But Ferguson won it against Tony Lee when they were trying to make a match between him and Khabib. But Khabib dropped out, so Tony beat Kevin Lee and won the belt. So he was interim champion while Conor was champion. So then this fight comes around, interim champion Ferguson versus Khabib. Ferguson drops out. So they kind of just dissolve his title and say whoever wins this fight is the official 155-pound champion between Holloway and Khabib, but then Holloway's not allowed to fight. So then Al gets thrown in. Al Iaquinta. He doesn't make weight because they took the scale away because they didn't know who was going to step in. He was 155.2. His underwear weighed 0.2, so Dana's like, well, that belt counts. And the athletic commission is like, well, no, it doesn't because he didn't officially make weight because the scale was gone and you guys didn't put up an official person because Anthony Pettis was going to fight, Felder was going to fight, and then eventually it was Al that wound up fighting. So Khabib went through like 5 different opponent changes, 6 different opponent changes since Tony, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see him fight with Tony.
Yeah, so right now apparently according to the rankings, that the new refreshed rankings, Khabib's champion, Connor's 1, Tony's 2, Eddie's 3. So there's no interim champion. Is there an interim champion right now though? In any division?
I don't think so.
Well, let's see. At 125, it's Demetrius. At 135, it's TJ. At 145, it's Holloway. At 155, they dissolved it, so there's no one there. At 170, it's Tyron. But they're about to get a fucking interim belt. And then at middleweight, they're about to establish a champion. Whitaker and Romero.
The rematch.
Yeah, the rematch. Cormier's going up to 150 or to 255.
He's fighting Stipe.
Yeah, Stipe's champion at 205. And then Rose is champion. Nico has no interim to her division, so she's the champion. Amanda Nunes is the champion. Yeah. And then there's still no division for featherweight, so. But there's a champion, Cyborg. But there's no division. But they're bringing Megan Anderson over, so we're going to see. This fight is at 145 for Megan and Holly Holm. Megan is hot, dude. You don't know who she is?
Megan Anderson?
She's an Aussie.
Yeah.
Aussie. So what are the rewrites been up to, Franks?
We've got a show next week. Next to Saturday, to be exact.
After 420?
On April 21st. Local show. Back in Pilsen.
But you don't partake in any of those festivities, so, it's all right.
I forgot. I honestly have to check the. It's one of those do-it-yourself things where you have to like ask for the address, or it becomes available the closer you get to the event.
That sounds shady as fuck.
So I can't really tell you what the address is either.
So
it's like
okay.
It's like that one of those artist spaces, like your favorite spot over there, where they had boom boom.
Yeah. I don't want to go in and then be like, you're not Latino, you're Latinx, and be like, fuck you, I'm fighting you right now. I don't want to fight everybody. Carlos Condit. He's already in the ring. These guys are fast, man.
Yeah, man. It's cable. They're trying to keep it moving. They're trying to have the local news on at 9.
Yeah, they got commercials and time slots to adhere to. So Carlos Condit's been one of my favorite fighters of all time, and in recent fights, it seems he's been kind of lackadaisical. Is that the word, Frankie? Or lackadaisical?
It's been, and a little bit of a downturn, but he got robbed in one of the greatest fights we've ever seen.
Versus Lawler? I would have taken a fucking break, too, after that and been pissed. I always said he won that fight.
That was a great fight, though.
Yeah, it was an incredible fight.
Amazing. It was the first fight of, I think, 2016 or 2017? 2016.
I think it was 2016, but
and
yeah.
It was like the first big fight of the year, and it was the best. It was amazing.
It was like January 8th or some crazy shit, like right away.
Yeah, he's fought some really good fights before this, too. Had a little bit of a layoff, and lost his last 2, right?
Yeah, he's been kind of on a slip. He's been interim champion. He never established being champion because George was out, and then George came back and beat him when he was interim. Took his interim belt. Him and Diaz, I think, fought for it.
Yep, the Nick Diaz fight.
That was a controversial fight. A lot of people had Diaz winning. I had Condit winning. A lot of people had Condit winning.
Where you at, Carlos?
Yeah. Alex Oliveira steps in for Matt Brown today. I'm still excited for this fight. I don't know who I'd rather have seen. Matt Brown or Oliveira. Oliveira's a really good fighter, too.
On almost 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah.
It was April 2nd, I think, that they announced that Brown was hurt.
Hey, Frankie, in 2 weeks, we're going to be in one of those arenas.
Yay, Bellator.
Yeah, we're
witnessing legends clash.
Frank Mir versus Fyodor Emelianenko.
The Emperor.
Fyodor, the last Emperor. Do you know DC's the Black Emperor?
That's pretty cool.
That when he was in Strikeforce, they used to call him the Black Emperor because he was dominating. Using similar style, not sambo, but heavy takedown, heavy wrestling, and beating you up on the floor, and pretty good striking. Unconventional, not the most technical, but doing what has to be done to make everything work. These ring girls, though, they can get it all night long, all night long.
Does Carlos Condit have the state of New Mexico tattooed on his body, or am I...
Probably. No, maybe? Yeah. That's where Jackson's from. Arizona? No?
Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albuquerque, New Mexico. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. Maybe it's something else. It looks like it could be something
No,
else.
you that's where Jackson's gym is, New Mexico. So you could be right. Because he's been there forever. It's not like he switched camps and then wound up there. He's been there since he was like 17. Probably even younger. He came up with them. That's why he's so good at gig bucks. He's been with Winklejohn. So it could be. I don't know about that other one. It looks like the Gryffindor Dragon. Damn, Carlos, keep that chin down, man. He came in with like some flying shit and got caught on the chin.
Yep. Quick little uppercut.
Yeah. Rafa's always reminded me of the same body as Carlos. Like long and lanky. Rafa's just not muscular at all. But like that long, lanky body and that kind of the same hair. Almost. Not the beard. Rafa has no beard. He sucks at that. He should focus in on growing some beard. See Oliveira over here playing a lot? Not scared of Carlos at all.
He's got nothing to lose. Took it on 2 weeks.
I don't know how Carlos is ranked. He's lost his last couple fights, and he's only had those fights. Like, he's only had like 2 fights in the last 2 years.
Right. After an extended layoff, and he just got taken down.
Beautiful sweep by Oliveira, the Brazilian cowboy.
Gaucho?
Yeah, right. Is that what it is? El Gaucho?
I think so. Could be wrong. I know Gaucho is maybe that's Argentina.
That could be Argentina as well, though. What is it in Mexico? Caballeros?
Vaqueros?
Vaqueros, yeah. What does that translate to in English? Leathers? Vaqueta? Vaqueros?
Well, the word vaca is in there, right? And that's cow. So I can see how it could be cowboy. El cowboy.
Yeah. You're known for studying the Latins, right, Frankie? That's your major?
The Latins.
Yeah.
I'm a student of history, yes.
We should do a history podcast. We should do one once a month, Frankie, where I have to read a bunch of history stuff, and then we come and we talk about it.
I was reading something crazy that says like a crazy, obscenely large amount of Americans don't know like what the Holocaust is.
No?
Yeah, that's a pretty big thing we should know about. But Carlos is still on his back here.
Yeah, Carlos has been controlled on the floor for a while now. He's got some good. He's almost got up, but nope. Oliveira's kind of strong on it. On keeping him down. Too much pressure. Damn, Carlos reverses it, gets a takedown. He's on top now. Good, Carlos. Good jiu-jitsu, my friend. At least a good sweep. It wasn't so much jiu-jitsu as much as taking him down. But he got caught in a guillotine, though. He's getting his neck squeezed. He doesn't seem in danger, though. It seems like that long... He popped it out.
Forearm to the face. Little ground and pound. Oh, another forearm to the face of Oliveira.
You don't know how... You don't recognize how brutal jiu-jitsu is until you're in there and doing it, but that arm, that blade across the chin is so devastating. That's how you establish distance. That's how you get him to break position.
I bet.
That's how you get the spacing that you need.
It's like the arm shin.
Yeah, dude. When you're caught in someone's guard, you know what we do? We dig the elbow into this very tender part of the meat, into the inside part of the thigh, so he can open up his guard.
Ooh.
Like, jiu-jitsu is super brutal, but it's like super little tendencies that you do to inconvenience him, so he has to move when he's got you locked down in a spot. Like, oh, you want to lock me down? You don't want to move? Okay, I'm going to do this. So you're inconvenienced, and okay, now I got to do it. And then explode. Oh, look at Carlos taking the back.
He's got his back.
God damn. Very nice by Carlos, and getting the triangle in. And look, Carlos is one of those guys that locks in the body triangle, but then with his dangling leg controls your leg so you can establish a base, and he's got a lot more control on the floor. Do you see Oliveira trying to push off, but like he doesn't have a base at the floor. He only has one leg, and you see how he's flopping, and he can't push all the way, so he's got to fucking...
He's got that leg hooked in there.
Yeah, Carlos is a smart motherfucker. He's just going to squeeze, but he's got 15 seconds to squeeze, Carlos. Just squeeze.
Oh, no.
There's not enough time.
No.
Do you see how... Do you see how he was trying to adjust the grip? So Carlos realized that the blood choke wasn't going to be able to be established because he didn't have the arm under the neck. So he's like, shit, I have very little time. I have no time to establish my arm under the neck and establish hand position. So let me establish this one. So he's like, I'm going to squeeze. So instead of it being in a triangle position, he established it like this to where it's arm across the face and palm to palm to where he can pull the palm back and squeeze the chin in a lot better than this one.
Right.
So he was trying to establish a force crank on the chin to just make him submit by pain instead of forcing or instead of getting a blood choke because he had no more time.
Right.
Because you saw him playing with the foot and then he switched body triangles because, dude, Carlos is smart as shit. So what he was doing is he knew that he was using the fence to kick off and then he had the other foot to be able to plant. So he was going to take away the plant leg on this side. So that way when he pushed on the cage, he was going to be able to roll him and be away from the cage or either keep him on the cage. Carlos was doing it to like sink him in more into his game.
It's like one of those cases of using their body against them too, right? Like, all right, I can't get this in here, so all right, it's still going to...
Yeah, round 2, 456.
Pushing his chin into himself is still going to apply some pressure.
Yeah. Oh, Carlos he's trying to take the back right away again. But he winds up getting on the floor on his back, trying to establish guard. Carlos has good jiu-jitsu, but Oliveira's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. It's not going to be so easy to choke him out. But Carlos having the wherewithal to be like, I don't have the blood choke. I'm going for the squeeze choke, the pain. Let me tell you something, dude. A forearm squeezed across here. So if you get it right under here too, sometimes they aim the bone right above or right under your nose because that's the weakest part of your skull almost. It's a break.
None of that sounds like fun.
None of that sounds good in a normal situation. But yeah, that's when you're just trying to like, you don't want to submit. I can't get you under the chin. All right. Dude, this is 2 takedowns on Carlos this round.
Yeah.
No good, my friend. Ooh, you got that iPhone too?
Yeah, man. It's pretty basic, I know, but it's pretty user-friendly too. This phone I've had for like 2 years, and it's never given me any problems.
Everyone gives me shit. They're like, you need to get the fucking iPhone and get the green messages. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I know what it means, but I'm like, really, what does it mean if my message is blue and mine is green? Like, oh, I have an iPhone? Fuck you. I'm part of your group.
Fuck you.
How about you suck my dick? Be part of that group. Like, I don't need it.
Carlos with a takedown of his own.
Ref. Watch out. Yeah, Carlos reversing the takedown position.
It's his credit in both rounds when it's looking like he's getting a little bit dominated or he's losing the fight a little bit. He comes back.
Well, we didn't really score the last round because I didn't write it down.
I think he won the first round.
It's a close first round. Oliveira took like half of it, and then this guy came back and almost choked him out.
He got his own takedown and then had his back for the last half of the fight. The first round is close.
Who's bleeding, Carlos or Oliveira?
I think it's Carlos.
Yeah, he's bleeding on him, right? What would you do if you had a dude bleeding on you?
I mean, in the heat of battle here, I guess I'd just keep going with it.
Would you kiss him?
I'm not going to lie. Maybe, like, if I was a little bit more, like, if there wasn't more on the line, I might be like, yo, bro.
Oh, shit. Carlos got kicked nasty, dude.
Yeah, he took a kick to the jaw there.
Yeah. No. If he's hurt, he's gonna get choked out right here. That's in.
That's a guillotine?
That's in. He's getting cranked against the cage. He's about to go out. That kick looked like it hurt him.
It's already a bloody mess.
Oh, shit. Is Carlos going out? Dude, did he put him out?
Dude, he's in a tough position to tell. The ref can't even tell right now.
Yeah, because Carlos is folded against the cage, but I don't know if he's choked out. Dude, is he going to kill him?
As you see blood on the ground. No, Carlos is moving.
Carlos is moving. That was not looking good at all, dude. Carlos looked... Oh, he's out. He tapped.
Ah, fuck.
It might be time for Carlos to call it quits, bro.
Damn. Yeah, on short notice, this guy beat him.
That up kick really hurt Carlos.
Oh, when he was on the ground, that was sick.
That was a devastating head kick. Or up kick. You saw Carlos's head go boof. Kind of snapped pretty bad.
Yeah, back. Way back.
And then this guy right away, he as soon as he got up, he tried to get in the... Damn, I wish Carlos wouldn't have got hit with that. Look how... He looks pretty fucked up.
Yeah, they're both hurt, man.
Yeah, Oliveira looks pretty hurt, even though Carlos got choked out. Carlos was looking good up until he got fucking kicked in the face like that.
He was working his way back.
Mm-hmm. But in the first round, he did take an unnecessary strong hit, too. I don't know, man. It looks like he lost a step from the old natural-born killer. But you know what it might be? I think look, here we go.
It is.
Oh, no. There it is, right there.
Oh, my God. He was on his way down, too.
Yeah.
Painted the
Yeah,
octagon.
I was about to say, you see that paint stroke on the octagon where it swept his hair and the blood? It looks like it was a paintbrush. Dude, and then Oliveira starts cranking him against the cage, and how he dropped against the cage was nasty, but then he just established it and got it in. You know why he had to do that? There was no more defense to that because he couldn't spin away anymore because the cage was behind him and there was no way he could try to spin from it anymore. And if this guy had the hands clamped, there was no use in going for the hand fighting. Just can't.
No point.
No point. Damn, is it the main event already?
Yeah. Yeah, main event time.
We got Dustin Poirier versus
Justin Gaethje.
Justin.
Former World Series of Fighting champ.
Yeah. Dude, he beat a one-armed man one time. I'm not lying.
Oh, man, I shouldn't have left.
That guy, he wants in on the UFC.
Oh,
Nick
I
Newell.
remember. Yeah, I remember that now.
He wants in on the UFC, and I said give that man a chance. If he wants to fight, give him a chance. Why not?
I like how you just pointed that out, though.
What?
That was the thing to know about Justin Gaethje right now. He beat a one-armed man.
He did.
Hey, no one's disputing this fact.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you chose to bring this one up. Oh, that was fucking funny.
He's a beast, though, Nick Newell. Do you think he's that much better because he's got one hand only? Do you think that plays a role in it?
I don't know. There's that guy who's about to get drafted into the NFL. Shaquem Griffin, I think his last name is.
Yeah.
He's got one arm, but he's a beast. Apparently he beasted the combine, and he was really good in college. And he plays defense, too. He doesn't need he only needs one hand.
Very nice. Damn, man. I wanted Carlos to win just because I've always liked the dude, but he's been losing a lot.
Yeah.
Might be time.
One of our favorite fighters here on the Full Heel podcast.
Yeah, but he's been doing it forever, man. He's been doing it forever. God damn it. I'm going to cry. I'm going to hit pause for a second, guys, while I tear up. No, psych. See what Cowboy has to say. Parabéns.
Eu aceitei essa luta. Meu tio tá no hospital. Meu tio tá internado. Se ele tá bem. Assim que eu cheguei aqui, minha tia morreu, também tava internada. Hoje é aniversário da minha prima. Meu parabéns, Thalia. RD, meu irmão. É minha casa, minha família. Simonete, meu pai, minha
I don't know what he's saying. It's all Brazilian. It's all Portuguese. Sorry, not Brazilian. Brazilian's not a language. It's Portuguese, my friend.
My friend.
Frankie, would you think it would be weird if I started making dioramas for to display my figures? Like a Namek world to put the Dragon Ball Z fighters in?
I mean, If it looks good, nah. But even then,
It's kind of weird, right? It's on the line.
that's towing the line a little bit. I agree
But see,
with
it's
that.
not on the line of like killing anybody
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely.
or like touching little kids.
Oh, whoa.
Unless you're trying to lure little kids in, we're like, hey, check out this cool diorama, and then you touch them. But that's not what I'm trying to do at all.
Going to extremes here.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that at all, guys. Damn, yeah, that was a nice little kick.
The move of the fight.
Yeah, no, like, if you guys haven't checked out any of my unboxing videos, go ahead and check them out. Drop a like on that bitch. They added me to a couple of groups on Facebook, like my friends from work, because they came and chilled one day, and they're like, dude, you got a bunch of cool-ass toys. They're like, you should do videos, too. I'm like, well, I kind of don't open them. They're like, well, you should start opening them. I'm like, yeah, whatever. But then in the groups, you kind of just scroll through your timeline, and you see pictures and pictures and pictures, and you're like, fuck, man. I wouldn't mind opening and posing that motherfucker. So I built Thanos, got 2 Deadpools, got a bunch of Marvel shit, a couple of Star Wars shit. I'm going to start getting some
Damn.
Dragon Ball Z fighters. But yeah,
Damn.
I'm a grown-ass kid, guys.
There's some good fights next week, too, man. Look at this.
Yeah. Yeah, but you guys are doing the show.
Fucking shit. Frankie Edgar versus fucking
Yeah,
Cub
he's
Swanson?
back right away. Dude, Dustin Diamond's a badass. He's lost to McGregor, though. In recent. That's what kind of derailed him a little bit.
Slowed his momentum. His rise. Put Connor over.
Oh, Frankie, look at this.
Oh, God. Is that a turd?
Yeah, that's a huge turd.
Oh, my God. Ah.
I'm part of your mom's house, and I was scrolling through, and this guy's like, hey, my friend's a nurse. Check this out.
Jeez.
And it was a big, like, huge turd that they pulled out of somebody.
Jabba the Hutt type turd,
Yeah,
dude.
it had some width and some girth to
Yo,
it.
what is that Edmonton party?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm scrolling through my thing.
Oh, my God.
Head
That's
movement
hilarious.
minus 15,000.
Attack Quadro with that shit. Head movement minus 15,000.
He's not in the group. I think it's a closed group.
That's
The
fucking
MMA
funny.
freaks.
All right, Tucan. Ruin your career is on there, too. That's pretty much what happened.
With Edmund?
Yeah.
Okay, let me save that bitch.
Head movement
Head movement.
minus 15,000. No, was that 15,000 or 150,000?
No,
Either way,
it was 15,000.
an
No matter what,
obscene amount of
I've never
minuses.
seen that in the Pokemon cards.
Negative.
Ever. Yeah. Never seen it get that high. Edmund Tard Varian? I don't know. I heard Ready Player One was good.
was it?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
You and your girl don't go see a lot of movies?
No, man. I heard
Now that you guys are on the north side, what do you guys do on the north side?
the last movie I saw was Black Panther.
Wakanda? Welcome to Wakanda, my friend.
Black Panther.
Oh, you didn't even come to the podcast with us, right?
I saw the Black Panther, and the last movie I saw before that
I'm not going to lie, dog. Quadro hates you because you don't come to his podcast.
was Star Wars.
We talked about it yesterday.
The last movie before that was Star Wars. And then before that, I saw Coco.
I need to see that one. I hear it's good.
It's good. It's a good movie, man.
Why are you not excited for Star Wars, a solo story?
I don't know. I feel like it could be good, but it could also, I feel like it has equally as much potential to be bad.
So I'm going in there right away knowing there's not going to be a lot of, possibly zero to no Jedi
That's
action.
fine.
That's fine.
I don't wanna get my hopes up, though.
I love Jedis, but still, I
don't wanna
understand
get my
what it
hopes
is.
up.
I'm kind of excited because I've seen like the Clone Wars, so there should be some bounty hunters and some smugglers from that world that are going to be in this movie.
Young Lando Calrissian, played by
Young Lando by
Donald Glover.
Childish Gambino.
Yep.
Chewbacca, played by somebody.
Chewbacca with some dude
whatever.
in a suit.
Younger Chewbacca, played by I don't know. But yeah, time for the main event, guys. Do you collect anything, Frankie?
No, man, I'm not much of a collector. I'm kind of a neat freak, so a lot of clutter isn't really. Not to say that this is cluttered. This is all very, very well put together, but I just don't like having a lot of shit. Maybe I'm boring. But I'm in a phase in my life where I've been moving a lot too, man, so I don't want to have a lot of shit and like set it up.
Because then you have to move it a lot.
Yeah, I'm fucking irked. I've moved like 3 times in the last 2 years.
Like, well, if you notice, like in college, I didn't have a lot of my shit. I didn't have a lot of shit, and then when I left, my mom got rid of a lot of my shit, and then I came back, and I had to start collecting my stuff again.
Almost from scratch.
Yeah. So I've kind of built my shit back up, and now I got a bunch of stuff. And that's why recently I've started to buy more stuff, because so pretty much I was smoking a bunch, so my cash was going to smoking, and now that I make more money and I've made more money, now pretty much I've come to the point where I have a little bit of spending cash, so I can buy whatever I want.
Some discretionary income.
Yeah, well, not whatever I want, but, you know, buy stuff instead of just, oh, well, I only got weed this week. Sucks. Now it's like, well, now I can hang out with my nephews, take them all out to eat, have spending money during the week, buy a couple figures during the week, and then still have an ounce of weed for 2 weeks. And then, you know. Shit, like that.
It'd be like that.
That's not the end all be all though. You got to make more money. Cause I'm almost done paying my car, I gotta pay my bills all day.
There you go.
Yeah, I gotta mention that too. I'm paying a car on that bitch too.
Bumping that credit score.
I put 2 more percentage into my 401k. What? You guys don't even know about that shit, bitch.
There's levels to this.
Yeah, 401ks and shit. But I've been in the 401k program for like 3 years now. My dad, like 2 years after I got the job back at Acorn, he's like, oh, I shouldn't have mentioned that. He's like, you should get on the 401k program. And I'm like, I already did. I've been a part of the 401k program for like a year. I'm like, as soon as they gave me the opportunity, I'm like, I did it. I mean, you said it was a good idea. And I'm like, and you were on it. So I'm like, I got on it. And then when I mentioned 401k to young people, they're like, what? That guy's on the 401k. He's on a 401k program?
Man, part of it is that some people are financially ignorant. It's not their fault, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they never taught us that shit in school.
Yeah.
The other part of it is people like us. Or, I mean, I'll give you my perspective. Like, I mean, I'm paying rent, and then it's not even about the rent. Because,
dude, I'm lucky because
I split the rent, so it's not too bad, right? But the fucking debt, man. Like, people like us, we can't get how can we put into savings when we're paying all this other stuff, you know?
Dude, my dad's awesome. So he knows I'm trying to pay off my car and do my shit. And as soon as I'm done paying off my car, I'm going to start paying off the house pretty much to him. And I'm going to pay him for the house.
Oh.
And I'm going to just keep the house.
Property.
Me and my brother are just going to, like, divide up the house. We'll probably split the house. And for as long as they're living, we'll probably leave them in the middle. And then I'll just stay up here, probably remodel up here.
You have to draw down a line down the middle of the house.
Yeah, and then he keeps the right basement side. Or whatever.
He keeps the right side, you keep the left side.
Yeah.
Just did it that way.
Yeah.
Like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm. No, and then like in the future, what would happen is if they were, because I think they're planning on moving on Mexico too. So what would happen was my brother would just move up from the basement, and we would rent out the basement, and we would share the kitchen, and he would just have the middle, and I would just keep the attic. And I have my own shower, my own bedroom, my own entertainment area studio, and then he would have his living room, shower, and then we would just share that kitchen. But it wouldn't be bad. And we just pay off the house, and then rent out the first floor. Eventually, I want to see if he wouldn't mind like trying to buy more property, like buy an apartment complex, which is 3, and then just rent it out, just like a three flat, not even a complex, but like a 3 flat, to where we buy it to it's all rent, and then we want to pay it off, and then
there's a lot of 3 and 2 flats in this area.
Yeah,
I used to live in one.
Mm-hmm. You know, property is the way to go, I would say, if you don't want to.
Every time I come down here, I
have like 2 jobs and shit. How do you feel, Frankie? You moved to the fucking north side, dude. You abandoned my ass. Yeah?
It was a circumstance.
Yeah. Circumstantial.
It's quiet over there, but everything and everyone I hang out with is over here.
Yeah. Justin Gaethje walking into the ring. Shout outs to anyone and everyone watching the live feed. Drop comments. Drop anything you guys want. Any questions about the fights tonight, I'll answer them. Me and Frankie doing live fight companion. We're like a couple people in the feed.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Full Heel.
Yeah.
Full Heel, go strong.
Fight companions. Results, shows, all that shit.
Main event here.
Should probably turn down the volume. I don't know for a little bit.
Gaethje's got the bad boy eyes on the body.
Yeah. That must have been a sponsor of his, or it's from something else. Might be from something else. I still have those gloves. I bought them cheap online when they went on sale.
Right before the UFC was like, nope, everything's gonna be UFC brand.
Yeah, that guy fought earlier. Lopez, one of the guys that just hugged him. He lost. I think he got knocked out, if I remember right, by Perez, a Mexican guy.
Got KO'd.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Mexicans coming up in mixed martial arts too.
Yeah, they're boxers, dude. They're learning jiu-jitsu. They're learning wrestling. They're coming up from Mexico and training in, like with Winklejohn and in Southern California, Texas, big camps like that.
Where does Yair train?
He was training in Chicago. I don't know where he's at right now, though. He moved. He moved from Chicago, but he's definitely from Mexico. Mexican, 100%. I'm Mexican American. 100% Mexican too, but I was born in those United States.
Dude, Gastelum hasn't fought in a while, right? Bongers for Gastelum.
Shout outs to the Bones. Drop it in on the comment section. He says he's got money on the first round. I guess he's got money on it finishing in the first round. He's got it under a round.
I'm guessing for Gaethje?
For anybody. If he's got it under a round, it just... I don't know if the bettings, if you could choose either... Depending on how they had it, it could be a round and a half, 2 rounds and a half. But if it's under and it falls between any of that time limit for either one of them, you get the bet.
Oh, okay.
If it goes over, then you lose the bet. But you can also choose the over, which you need it to go over. But if it ends early, then you lose the bet. But you don't necessarily have to choose a winner. You're just choosing whether it goes over a round and a half, 2.5, or whatever.
See, there's a lot of things to consider.
Yeah.
You don't just simply put money on things, guys. Or you can. It's your money. Do what you want.
The Bones on YouTube says, "Fuck Oliveira, the natural born killer was owning that shit." I had it a little bit closer, but yeah, I had Carlos kind of establishing himself a little bit more and reversing a lot of the positions towards the second end of the round. I think that up kick just kind of caught him and dazed him a little bit. Got caught in the guillotine. Dude, I wish Jacare and Gastelum were fighting here in Chicago at 225, but it's already a super stacked card. You can't ask for too much. You just got to be happy with what you're given. Except for you. You're not even going, brother. Sucks for you. But you're going to Bellator, but,
Sucks for you. Thank you for rubbing it in.
You want me to go over the fight card real quick? I'll let
Yeah,
you know
go
what
for
fight.
it.
I'll let you know what fights are going to be on that. While Poirier walks in, they already
For
got Gaethje.
225?
Yeah. They already got Gaethje and they got Poirier walking in. 225, Whitaker versus Romero 2. I'm buying my tickets next week. So in the main event, we're going to have Robert Whitaker versus Yoel Romero for the middleweight title. A rematch from the first one. And then in the second one, in the co-main event, we have Rafael Dos Anjos versus Colby Covington for the interim belt, which is bullshit. I don't know why they're giving Colby a belt. Third fight of the card, Holly Holm versus Megan Anderson, debuting Megan Anderson, coming up from Invicta. This has to be at 145. I'm not sure, but pretty sure. And then we have Alistair Overeem versus Curtis Blades. CM Phil Brooks Punk versus Mike Jackson. Claudia Gadella versus Carla Esparza. Joseph Benavidez versus Sergio Perez. Rashad Evans versus Anthony Smith.
My God.
Tai Tuivasa versus Andrei Arlovsky. Mike Santiago versus Dan Ig. And then Rashad Coulter versus Alan Crowder. It kind of took a little dip at the last two, but, you can't have them all. Like, it went strong for like 9 fights, and the last 2 are kind of like, eh. But it is what it is. It's a really good pay-per-view. I need to buy tickets fast, even though they just went on sale this week on Friday, but, you know, I smoke a lot. Me pasé de verga, as they like to say in Spanish.
Went too hard.
Yeah, I went too hard in the paint, and I had to buy an extra ounce too quick, and it came right around the time that 225 was out. I already have my Bellator tickets, so... Dude, there's 6 of us going.
Solid crew.
I was gonna ask if you guys wanted a podcast either that Friday or that Saturday, because Jeff is coming in Friday, and we're gonna podcast that Friday and eat Reco Benny's. I'm gonna show him Reco Benny's, and then that Saturday we're gonna podcast probably before the fights, depending on if we did it the day before or not. And then you probably won't want to do that because you're gonna be close already. So let me know if you guys want to come by that Friday. Jeff is coming down.
Dude, you almost had me at Rico Benny's, but let me see.
That Friday we're going to Rico.
Posted.
That Friday we're going to Rico Benny's.
This location is so prime for it.
Yeah, it's right here. We'll probably even eat there so he can get the fresh ass experience from the sandwich, and then come back and podcast and talk about him eating the sandwich and the fights the next day.
The fresh ass Chicago experience, like Action Bronson.
Yeah. He did a show. He checked it out, and he did his damn fuck. That's delicious.
You saw that Action's getting his own show, or he's going independent again. He dropped his label.
Yeah, K-Dog Quadro was telling me that yesterday. Brother Darkness gave me that information. But yeah, he's doing another. I wonder who's same producers and everything, or like. I know it's a different label, but I don't know what that means. Like, I know he likes it working exclusively with like a certain amount of producers, and he really doesn't go outside of that. So, does the record label change really matter? Like,
I don't know. Well, I think it's a lot more about like creative input, right? Because like here's Action Bronson's a guy who likes to keep busy. He's always had a lot of output, right? A lot of stuff coming out. And in the last 3 years, what's happened? He dropped Blue Chips or Mr. Wonderful, right? And then nothing until Blue Chips, right? And he says that's not his fault. His label was like wouldn't let him put it out, or they kept bringing up shit or stopping it from coming out, you know. Mm-hmm. So I guess now, because before he was dropping mixtape after mixtape, right, and EPs, and
yeah,
doing a lot of work, right? You just have more control as an independent artist.
Round 1, Gaethje versus Poirier. Justin Gaethje coming in forward right away. Heavy pressure, leg kick starting it off. He's got to do this, though. He's got to have heavy pressure and heavy leg kicks. Just so Poirier doesn't establish his boxing. But look at him, Poirier right away. This is what Poirier needs to do, too. If you're going to be in my face, I'm going to come at you, too. Because Poirier needs to establish his jab and get comfortable trying to get in on Gaethje. But they're both coming in head on, man. Look at this. Right away, a war. But that's what Gaethje loves, man. Dude. Leg kicks galore. Damn. That's super smart, though, man. I don't know if you've noticed, fighters have been using the leg kick a lot and the calf kick. They've been kicking directly at the calf of the guys because it can only take a certain amount of hits before some damage starts happening. Mm-hmm. Like, you can kick. That's why checking is so vital. It hurts. It fucking hurts. But you have bone on bone crashing against each other. See, look at it. Yep,
there it is.
If you kick the calf and you just keep on kicking the calf, there's going to be damage to where you can't move it anymore. It stops responding. The nerve endings don't fire the same. They don't fucking, like, you don't move the same. But when you kick bone on bone, yeah, it could, of course it can break, but that's why you condition your bones. And that's why you check them. That's why, so they get
calcify.
Yeah, so they get calcify and they know what's up. But damn, look, Gaethje's catching some hits.
Oh, he took a good little
yeah
combination there from Poirier.
He's coming forward, though, too. Dude, Gaethje's been a badass since he's been in the UFC before, but, you know, since we've seen him in the UFC, this is him backing down Dustin Poirier. But Poirier's a smart fighter, you know. Damn. Taking nice shots, dude. Taking a 2-3 from Gaethje. Coming back with his own.
Oh,
damn.
man. Oh.
Poirier putting on strong on Gaethje. Gaethje does not stop pressing forward, dude. I wonder if Dustin just stayed and tried to exchange with and keep an exchange with him if he would get knocked out. Because Poirier's out of there. Like, he does come forward, but he lands his shots and then gets out of there. Damn, that one rocked. Gaethje.
Yeah, he was a
It
little
seemed like it was an
dazed.
uppercut or a hook, like a shovel hook. And you saw his head snap, and he kind of moved back a little bit, stunned him. He's sturdy though, man. That body shot. Poirier's oh damn. Poirier's landing some nice body shots.
And a significant amount of head strikes as well, as where I'm being 38. Oh.
Nice little slip by Gaethje. Damn.
That's a lot of output, too, though, in the first round.
Yeah. Dustin's looking really good, man. Looks like he's establishing himself.
Is it Bones might be right here? We could have a first-round finish.
Ooh.
Oh. Gaethje gets a couple of shots in now.
A nice 1-2.
Oh, there's that leg kick.
He needs to keep establishing that. That was working very well up until he started catching some heavy shots. Damn, dude, he's taking some nice hits, dude. Elbows, hooks, and eating them. Stayed a foot to the face, too.
Oh. Looks like Poirier's wising up to the leg kicks.
Mhm.
There's two in a row he's kind of like ducked or avoided. That time he tried to grab his other leg. Almost played possum, let in by taking the kick.
He needs to keep on it because that seems to be hurting Dustin. If he's getting damn, see, he just landed a nice hook, Gaethje. If he's getting that reaction from Dustin, it means it's hurting him. And Dustin doesn't want to keep eating those because it's going to hinder his movement. I don't know if it was just me, but I think he kind of abandoned them towards the middle of the round, and then once he picked them back up, Dustin can't establish his striking as well as he wants to if that leg kick is in play. Once he let up on the leg kick, Dustin's striking started being more effective. Whenever I would spar with guys, and they were establishing their jab and they were getting shots on me, what I would do is I would just throw a weak front kick, just kind of a slapping front kick, just to slap out their front leg, so they would get uncomfortable and they would have to reestablish their position.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much Gaethje's doing. He's kicking it, but he's causing damage. Mine was more to stop them from coming in and jabbing me. So once I kicked out their leg and they weren't jabbing me, then I could try to establish my jab. It was more on a basic level, but Gaethje's definitely doing damage on that leg to try to stop him from coming in as fast and to make him hesitate. Yes. You want to keep taking this leg kick, motherfucker?
Significant power.
445 or 455 of the second round for Gaethje versus Dustin Poirier. I was skipping tracks right there. Some Tourette's.
Takeout score the first round for Poirier.
Yeah, I'd give the first round to Poirier. Poirier? How would you pronounce his name, Frankie?
Poirier? Poirier? Yeah.
It's Cajun.
Poirier.
French.
Poirier.
It's from Louisiana.
Raging. He's a Cajun.
Gaethje needs to start leg kicking. Stop headhunting. There we go. Nice kick. Catching some meat, some inside thigh. It'll keep Poirier from... Well, it'll keep him guessing, dude. If he keeps throwing that leg out there, well, not guessing so much, but... Keep him thinking of it. I don't think he poked him. Was it a poke? Or was it a punch? I thought it was a closed fist.
It looked like a closed fist to me, too.
Followed by a leg kick. I wonder if they're going to show the replay, because I thought it was a closed fist. Earlier we had, let's see, the return by Gaethje. Oh, fuck. It was an open hand. Kind of swept it across the face. Earlier we had, who was it? You remember landed the elbow on dude? And he was like,
It was the Israel.
Oh, yeah, Adesanya landed it on Vettori.
Yep.
And Vittori's like, he poked my eye again. And he's like, nah, dude, that was an elbow to the side of your face.
Why you playing?
3:40 of the second round for the main event of, I don't know, Glendale, Arizona, UFC.
Is it
on
UFC
Fox.
29?
Yeah, I think so.
UFC on Fox 29.
Damn, the big 30's next. Ooh, Dustin landing some nice shots, man. Damn. Well, he knows Justin's game plan coming in. Throw a leg kick out more. Ooh. Gaethje's taking some nasty shots. Dustin's not looking that bad, man.
Yeah. It's looking comfortable in there.
Yeah. I wonder why Gaethje abandoned the leg kick. Trying to headhunt. He may get a knockout, who knows, but you know.
He's getting touched
there we
up
go.
in there. Another big leg kick.
No, to the
Inside leg.
Yep.
Inner thigh.
Lands a nice hook. Another leg
again.
kick.
Doesn't seem to affecting him as much as it should.
I think he keeps coming forward at him, and he's not letting Dustin use his movement to get back at him. So when he lands a leg kick, Dustin can't get back in at it. But then Gaethje just keeps coming forward and letting Dustin land the fucking jab. And he's coming forward in on him. Dustin doesn't even have to move. He's just pop, pop, pop. He's giving him points. See? Look. See? Gaethje's not even moving back. Gaethje's just standing there taking fucking jabs.
Bunch of those jabs.
Because it's funny because Gaethje will come in, pop, pop, land a leg kick, and Dustin doesn't have the movement anymore to come, like, pop back in and counter it. So he'll kind of just stay there. But then, like, Gaethje starts coming forward when he doesn't do that, and he just starts establishing his jab, Dustin. And Gaethje's just absorbing jabs. Instead of being like, if I'm not going to fucking do anything, why am I just taking these? He's a tough son of a bitch. You know, that's his style. Oh, no, fucking, how much his legs hurt. Poirier's.
He's playing it off like a champ.
Yeah. And he's landed some nice shots.
Throughout.
Yeah, he's finding ways to sneak his shots in, too.
He's winning this fight right now, both rounds. But it's like you said, this is how Gaethje likes to fight too, man.
Just forward. And then Dustin, with a smart move, he's trying to get the takedown, establish the victory by the end of the round. Or try to get the point for the round, at least. Gaethje, what the fuck? Front somersault to Poirier. I'm telling you, look at Look at Poirier. He's not even moving right now, and he's crouching forward. Imagine how fucked up his legs are. The thing is, Gaethje's the kind of guy that's just going to keep forward. And he's landing into fucking Poirier's
plan.
Yeah.
He's playing right into
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't have to move. You're just going to pop, just jab, and then land your big shots and try to find your openings. Maybe if he moved back for a second and I'm like, hey, come at me. He's a lot slower. He's not moving well. You can pick your shot. Look. What am I saying, Frankie? And look what they're doing right now to his legs.
They're icing it. They're icing the shit out of it.
Right after the look at his leg. It's already fucked up, dude. Gaethje's gonna lose the fight on his own fucking will. Like, hey, I'm gonna just come at you and let you jab me in the face. And I know that's Gaethje's way of doing it, but I don't think he's gonna knock out Dustin. Let's see him move a little bit. Let's see him naturally walk. He goes to the cage right away.
Looks a little challenging, honestly.
Gaethje's fine, but you're not gonna win the fight on looks. He's been taking a lot of clean headshots. Leg kick, Gaethje. Leg kick. Hit the inside. There we go. He hit the outside of it, but answered back by
What?
Dustin. Gaethje went for a leg kick. Dustin caught it, and then he somersaulted out of it or away from it. It worked, didn't it?
Unorthodox but effective.
I'm liking that Gaethje. Establish the leg kick again. Maybe it hurts him so much. Maybe he can find his. If he can hit him a couple times with the leg kick, maybe he could find that punch that's gonna knock him out. But he's gonna get him distracted. This shit hurts. This shit hurts. Boom. But you know, these guys are professionals. Damn, nice little short right by Gaethje as Dustin was coming in, but then he lands a takedown. Poirier with a takedown, but then they get right back up. The bones, yeah. He did do a front flip. Gaethje did a fucking front flip. Thanks a lot for joining in the comments, the bones. Fight companions, back at you, brother. Ooh. In my opinion, I think Gaethje needs to get the KO or the submission. There's no way he's going to go for a submission win. He's going to just strike. So he needs to get the knockout or the TKO.
It's the third round out of 5.
Oh!
Speaking of which,
Here we go. Kind of wobbled Poirier back, and now he's against the cage and lands an elbow. Come on, baby. Damn, but Poirier answers back with a nice little short right.
just as you were saying,
Another right. Gaethje lands a left. Another short elbow, an uppercut. He's got him against the cage. Don't go for this Don't go for a takedown, bro. Not now. You don't ever do it. Some knees to the fucked up leg of Poirier. Another one. Damn, a nice fucking body shot by Poirier, though. They're kind of clinched up right now against the cage. Oh, nice knee by Gaethje.
to the body.
Then followed up to one to the fucking thigh. He's been fucking up his thigh all match. He's got 2 minutes to knock him out.
Whoa, in this round, we have 2 more rounds.
Oh, shit, yeah, right. It's the main event.
5-rounder.
Dude. Poirier, I'd give Poirier the first 2 rounds, but Gaethje's winning this round for me. To me, it looked like Mysterion to me. Let's go, Gaethje. I wouldn't mind either one of these guys winning. These guys are both fucking warriors. Poirier's a little bit cleaner in the striking department. But it doesn't matter if you don't win. If you get knocked out, right? If he takes your legs away. Dude, it's only the third round. Let's go. Put that money in the bank, Gaethje. That's from the WWE. They're going to have the money in the bank in June here.
Here?
Yeah.
Man, they've been coming a lot here. I think that's
To
a bad thing.
tell you the truth, in combat sports, besides kickboxing, Chicago's been kind of ignored. Besides the wrestling, they were doing like their They were doing their Raws and they were having like their kind of pay-per-view, but there weren't anything big. This year, it seems like they're doing big shit in Chicago. We're a big fucking city. We deserve more. And yeah, I'm being arrogant, but fuck you if you don't believe me. If you're not with me. If you're not with Chicago, you could suck my dick.
Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. You could suck my fucking big Italian sausage dick. Even though I'm Mexican. I'm referencing the Italian sausage. Hey! You right over there?
Yeah. Just drinking on some water. Taking out this Chris Jericho over here.
Was it another eye poke? Yeah, he came in with his fucking... Damn. Dude, are those... They look pretty fucking... deliberate to me.
That's the second one. Herb Dean's talking to him again.
Damn, and he's bleeding from it. Is he going to take a point? Because this, to me, it would even out the round on me. Should I turn it up? See if he's taking a point. Yeah, he's taking a point. And you know what? To be fair, a rule needs to be established and a precedent needs to be established about this. And I don't mean it to be on Gaethje, but if they're never going to do it and they're never going to establish it, then it's going to continue to go on and it's going to continue to happen.
He cut him, man.
Either first time it's a point away or it's a warning, and then the second time it's a point away. But something needs to be established. Even if it's an accident. First time, if it's an accident, no matter what, across the board, it's a warning. Second time around, it's a fucking point violation. But the thing is, once their eye poke happens, the guy's already hindered to a certain extent. He can recover, but he might not. 100%. So, should that warning be even there? Should it automatically be a point taken away, accidental or not, either fighter? If you poke someone in the eye, just don't do it.
I think this was fine, the instance. Herb knew, too. It's like, okay, this is the second time in this fight.
Yeah. No, in this instance, it's perfectly fine.
He didn't hesitate this time.
Or do you leave it to the judgment of the referee? Like, was it deliberate the first time, then point taken? If it wasn't deliberate, it's a warning. If you do it again and it wasn't deliberate the second time again, I still got to take the point away, bro. You're just being careless then. Now, Gaethje got poked.
Oh, go take a leak.
Oh, shit, it's the end of the round. So, end of the round, then apparently Gaethje got poked in the eye by Dustin Poirier, and they had a couple of words at the end of the round. So, Dustin Poirier is having trouble with that leg, with that left, or with that right leg. He's been taking a lot of inside leg kicks, outside leg kicks. They're icing it down right now. It's not looking good for him. Going further on, and he has taken two eye pokes. So in my opinion now, in the third round, it's 2 rounds to 0. So I have the first round, Dustin Poirier. Second round, Dustin Poirier. Third round, Justin Gaethje, but he's got a point taken away, so that's a 9-9 round. So it's 20. It's 29-27 then.
Thanks for doing the math.
Yeah, right?
Here we go, round 4.
Round 4, 29-27. If Gaethje wins these next 2 rounds, it should be a draw, in my opinion. So he needs the knockout to win. Depending on how you guys saw the first round, but that's how I saw him. Damn, wobbled him with the fucking left hand. Left hook by fucking Poirier, and he's trying to put it on him. Dude, he landed some nice strikes. Gaethje's legs aren't there all the way, and he's taking some damage.
This is it right here. It's it. That's it.
Oh!
Herb, stop the fight.
It's over. It is all over.
Yep. Yeah. No.
No, Gaethje, sorry, bro.
Justin.
I know you're a tough motherfucker, but it's for your own good, dude.
You wobbled me too much.
Yeah, dude.
There.
You were fucking... It looked like you were trying to break dance. Damn. I wonder who he's talking to. Because he can't walk. Poirier's... Look at him. Yeah, his leg's pretty fucked. Damn, his eye looks pretty fucked up too. Let's see. It looked like it was a left hook. Maybe it could have been a left overhand. Oh, it was like an overhand hook. Almost.
Gaethje tried to hit him with the come on, too.
Yeah.
He tried to taunt him, and then he's a barrage.
But look at his legs. They're completely gone when he tries to escape. And he was taking more damage, dude.
And look at, as he was taking it, he's still, like, going back.
Yeah.
Look at, he's out of it.
Ooh. Some of those shots were landing, too. Maybe not 100% on point, but... And look, his instinct, though, he goes for the takedown, but Herb's already there. Herb's already stopped it. It's already too late. It's already too late. That's it. That's at 155, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're probably going to get Alvarez versus not Gaethje. Alvarez versus Poirier again.
Yep.
Do you remember what happened with that one? Poirier almost knocked out Eddie Alvarez, and then Eddie Alvarez hit him with an illegal knee on against the cage, and they stopped the fight, and it ended in a no contest. And then they said they were going to make a rematch, but they never did. And they're kind of both on a winning streak, and they both wanted it, and they both just beat Gaethje.
Yeah, it was a illegal, illegal knee while he was on the ground.
Yeah. I think his knee was on the floor, which right away, if the knee's on the floor, it's a grounded opponent. And Alvarez threw a knee, and it hit Gaethje. Or no, it hit Poirier, sorry. And they stopped the fight because Poirier was rocked. And we never got to see that fight run back, which is a shame. We should have seen that fight run back.
Sets up nicely now.
Yeah. Damn, this card went late, didn't it?
I was about to say, man, they went past the local news here.
Yeah, so I record the fight so I could watch them and try to break down footage. Since I have DVR, I recorded the news just in case this happened. Smart, right?
You smart. What is it? Doesn't it just go to and they like cut the news to just like the important shit?
Right now? After this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably. Well, yeah, because they're live, right? So they should be able to. They should be able to do that. Look at this guy's eye, dude. It looks like it's bleeding on the inside from the two pokes. Like, it looks dark as shit. Look, see?
Yeah.
Looks like he's got no eye. You're a warrior, Gaethje, but it was warranted. That stoppage was warranted. Just Dustin Poirier saying he loves someone on the side. It looks like he's saying it to Antic. I doubt it, but...
Dustin Poirier, a main event for the ages. I know you're pretty emotional right now. Congratulations on a monumental result here tonight.
Damn, 12 knockouts.
Hey guys, I know you guys booed me on the way out. Y'all booed me during the fight. But come on, let's cheers. Cheer me and Justin, man. We left it all out here. Justin is a warrior. Arizona, you have yourself a warrior. This guy would have died in here if Herb D wouldn't have stopped it. This guy has no quit in him, and I respect that 100%. But I gotta say one thing. This is my 20th fight in the UFC. I've been close to the mountaintop. I've been back over and over again, 2 different ways. And I would never stand right here not for something I didn't earn. Dana, Sean, Khabib.
What is he saying?
I think he said let's fucking go.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main event winner tonight.
Won't someone think of the children? Yeah, big win. Big win. I still rather see him face Eddie Alvarez. I want to see that run back. That'll be a good match.
Poirier dominated this one except getting his fucking leg destroyed. Look at
Yep. It looked like Gaethje was going to have somewhat of a comeback because it looked like he was still fresh in the movement department, and it looked like he was starting to bring it on heavier and hinder Poirier's attack, but Poirier knocked him out. So, no talk about that. You see that weird guy trying to shake Poirier's hand, but Poirier was hugging his mom or something, and the weird guy had his hand out, and then he had to put it away.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Yeah. All right, guys. So that was the end of the fights. Thanks a lot for joining us. Any final thoughts, Frankie? Anything to plug for the rewrites?
Rewrites in Chicago, April 21st. Look us up on Facebook. You can find more information there. That's at the Rewrites.
On Twitter, right?
On everything. On every platform.
On every platform. They're my opening song, my closing song. It's the Rewrites. Check out the Rewrites. They're my buddies. Frankie's a bass player. Toucan's a singer, guitarist. Smoke Frog's the drummer / xylophone player. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, see, I ain't bullshitting. No final thoughts, Frankie? Any inspiring words?
No inspiring words, but Fox put on... I'm glad they put on another decent card. It was a really good card for free, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Pretty good exposure. I mean, hopefully there's a lot of people who tuned in and watched this who didn't know about the sport because Poirier put on a clinic at the end there. The Watterson Casey fight was good.
A lot of heart in that fight for Watterson.
Yeah.
Mucho corazón. Another good night of fights. Last week, even though it was a cursed 223 card, we had a bunch of good fights.
Rose defended her title.
Yeah.
Against Joanna.
Then we had Khabib finally crowning himself as champion of the division. I forgot what else, but like I said, thanks a lot for joining us. I'm Rafael Chaidas from the Full Heel Podcast. I'll be back in a little bit with Jeff and maybe Ryan from the Average Joe's MMA show. So yeah.
Stick around for that. Look for that link soon.
Yeah, look for that link soon. I'm going to set shit up a little bit more. And peace out, guys. I love you guys. And suck my dick.
Thank
Peace.
you.
Suck my dick.
I guess.